You've seen these symbols before, on ancient temples, in secret societies, hidden on money, flags, and even inside pop culture. But where did they really come from? And why have they lasted thousands of years? The truth is, they weren't just decorations. They were codes, carved into myth, designed to speak to something deep inside us, something we've almost forgotten how to hear. In this video, we'll uncover 5 ancient occult symbols you've likely seen, but never truly understood. Each one holds the weight of entire mythologies and a hidden truth about how ancient civilizations saw the cosmos and the soul. If you love exploring hidden knowledge and decoding ancient mysteries, subscribe. This is Beyond Mythology, a snake swallowing its own tail. At first glance, simple. But it's anything but. This is the Ouroboros, one of the oldest symbols known to humankind. It first appeared in Egypt, coiled around the sun god Ra as he journeyed through the underworld. Later, it wound its way into Greek philosophy, alchemy, and Norse mythology as Jormungandr, the serpent encircling the world. On the surface, it represents eternity, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. But beneath that is something deeper. In esoteric traditions, the Ouroboros is the symbol of cosmic unity, the eternal dance of destruction and creation, the universe devouring itself only to be renewed. To alchemists, it was sacred, a map of transformation, the soul consuming itself to be reborn as something greater. To Carl Jung, it was the ultimate archetype of individuation, the moment the ego realizes it is both the question and the answer. The Ouroboros isn't just about eternity. It's a mirror, asking, am I stuck in the same cycle, or am I evolving through it? 2 triangles, one pointing upward, the other downward, meeting to form a star. This is no ordinary star. It's the hexagram. Known as the Seal of Solomon, the star of the macrocosm, the union of heaven and earth. Today it's most recognized as a symbol of Judaism, but its story is far older. In alchemy, the upward triangle was fire, masculine, active, spiritual. The downward was water, feminine, receptive, material. When joined, they didn't cancel out, they created balance. Duality not in conflict, but in harmony. In Kabbalah, the hexagram became a symbol of Tiferet, the heart of the tree of life, where beauty, truth, and divine energy meet human consciousness. Legends tell us King Solomon used this seal to command spirits, not to destroy them, but to understand and integrate their power. The hexagram doesn't reject shadow, it embraces it. To Jung, this was the sacred marriage, the union of opposites within us. Enlightenment doesn't come from escaping the world. It comes from reconciling with it, integrating every part of ourselves. Not to be perfect, but to be whole. A cross with a loop on top. Elegant, mysterious. To the ancient Egyptians, it was more than a symbol. It was the key to existence. The Ankh, the breath of life, the key of the Nile, the loop of eternity. Everywhere in Egyptian art, gods hold it, offering it to pharaohs or placing it before the nose as if breathing life itself. For Egyptians, existence wasn't about mere survival. It was about aligning with cosmic forces and preparing for the afterlife. The Ankh reminded them that true life began after death. In the myth of Osiris, when Isis resurrects him, the Ankh becomes the emblem of divine rebirth. It wasn't a promise of paradise, but of transformation. Priests carried it in rituals not as jewelry, but as a tool. To hold the Ankh was to ask, am I truly alive, or am I only surviving? Esoterically, it symbolized life beyond time, a union of male and female, spirit and matter, birth and rebirth. The loop represented the womb of creation, the crossbar the horizon, the vertical line the path from earth to divine. It was a map of how humans become eternal. To the ancients, death was never the end, it was initiation. And the Ankh was the key. An eye surrounded by light, floating above a pyramid or carved in stone. You've seen it on currency, on buildings, in secret society texts, and in conspiracy theories. But long before it was called the Eye of Providence, it was the Eye of Horus. In Egyptian myth, Horus loses his eye in battle against Set, the god of chaos. The eye is restored, not just physically, but spiritually, becoming a symbol of healing, clarity, and order. The left eye of Horus symbolized the moon, mystery, intuition, and the unconscious. It wasn't about seeing the outer world, it was about seeing within. Later, esoteric orders reinterpreted it as the all-seeing eye of divine intelligence. To the Freemasons, it wasn't the eye of a tyrant, it was the eye of awareness, reminding us nothing is truly hidden, not even from ourselves. Myth after myth repeats this theme. Odin gave up an eye for wisdom. Shiva's third eye destroys ignorance. Even Christianity portrays God's eye as watching to reveal, not punish. The eye isn't just a watcher. It's a mirror. It reflects what we are, demanding self-awareness. To see with this eye is to awaken, to step beyond illusion into truth. A sun, but dark. A force that doesn't shine, it pulls. This is the black sun, whispered in secret orders, carved into occult diagrams, feared for its meaning. In alchemy, it represented nigredo, the first stage of transformation, the dissolution of the false self, the death of the ego. In solar cults, it was the nightly sun disappearing, only to be reborn. In Norse myth, Ragnarok brings the devouring of the sun, plunging the world into darkness before a new dawn. The black sun is that threshold, death before rebirth. Yet its meaning was twisted in the 20th century, misused as a symbol of domination and power. But the true black sun has nothing to do with control. It is the void within, the wound we ignore, the truth we bury, the shadow we fear. To Jung, it was the shadow self, the repressed parts of our psyche. But here lies the paradox. The black sun isn't our enemy. It's the source of transformation. Nothing evolves in comfort. Heroes in myth always descend before they rise. In life, we often break before we awaken. The deepest light is born from the deepest dark. That is the black sun, a symbol of endings, beginnings, and the power only revealed when we dare to face the void. Symbols don't speak in words. They speak in echoes. Each one we've uncovered is more than a shape. It's a message, carried across centuries, as if the ancients were trying to remind us of something long forgotten. The Ouroboros shows that endings are beginnings. The hexagram reveals that opposites complete, not destroy. The Ankh teaches that life is not given, it's awakened. The eye reminds us that real vision comes from within. And the black sun dares us to find strength in the darkness. These are not just occult symbols. They are mirrors. And if you're still watching, it means one thing. You're not just curious. You're awake. This is what we do here, exploring the hidden layers of myth, mind, and meaning. And we're only beginning. Tell me, what do you know about these symbols that most people don't? And which ones do you think deserve to be revealed next? If this opens something inside you, subscribe, and join us as we continue decoding the ancient world to better understand the one we live in. Until the next